I want to welcome everybody to Garden Gnomes Etc. Here we got the medium rock. It's actually the MW-005, so it's a medium rock. And a lot of you guys kind of wonder how much this thing would really weigh if it was real rock. So what I did is I just took an estimate. I went on Google, kind of got the formulation, the average of what a rock would weigh. Went in there, kind of condensed a little because I didn't go from the top of anything. So I kind of came up with 48 inches, even though it's a little bit wider by 40. It is taller than that by 12 inches, so it is wider a little bit. I'm just trying to come up with more of a realistic weight for something like this. So I times everything, went by the 0.9 or 0.9 and came up with something like this would be expected probably to weigh about 2,246 pounds, which is pretty massive. And you can actually make it probably say it's going to be a lot heavier than that because the rocks aren't going to be condensed like this. And it's going to be tough. You're not going to ever make anything look this nice anyway. It is made out of real rock particles, real sand. You can see the different levels and the different indentations, the cracks, everything to make this look nice. This is a vertical. It's going to need some help being positioned up. So the best thing is the creation of what you can do with something like this. Put it up against a house between a couple windows. You can hear the water all night long. The thing that I kind of like is the trellis. You can mount it right to a trellis. This one here is more of the plastic type. I don't like the wood as much because the wood kind of, in a couple of years you'll see these little things all over the yard. This here will last for probably ever. What's good about a trellis for most of you, you probably live in areas where probably put some passion flowers. They'll climb up, hang over. That'd be more toward your south, north. We have the clematis, whichever you want to pronounce it. We also have different honeysuckle vines for hummingbirds. So you get the idea. You can try to create your garden around, come up and cascade over with the greenery. Stuff that I already went through before is the lighting. This here really takes the lighting really cool. And I've talked a lot about the egg light kits. And what these can do is you can actually take these and kind of stick them into different crevices, and you can see where you'd have to mount them. Of course, I'm not going to kind of do something like this. These here are made to bend and to go any way you want them up in there to create it. And of course, these can be expandable by about 10 feet, so we can easily go to the other side and even hang down. You can get the different lights like this, and you can see how nice we can make this look with just something simple as a egg light kit. These egg lights do come 4 different colors. Another thing that I kind of like for a lot of you guys to make this more of a magical, mystical type of a feature, we'll get rid of the egg lights. We'll come right into the fogger. This is the big time fogger. You can put it up here, and you can see where this is going to, depends on your weather. If your air is heavy at night, then it's going to cascade down below. Sometimes the wind picks it up and it goes through and fills all the crevices. Another cool thing about this, with it being garden gnomes, you guys can make your own gnomes to fit in the different areas of this rock, especially. Sit there. This is the whittler whittling on a piece of wood. He can sit just about anywhere you want. You might want to put a little sand in there to give them weight, but there again, that's something to add to your water garden. For some of you like trolls, here again, there's some opportunity of putting them inside the different levels here. Another thing that we have that's pretty cool for a lot of you is these cool lights that are from Alpine. Get the right one. We got more cords. This here actually can swivel. You can actually take this off, but this you can put underneath where the water comes down. You can see it go across the different rocks. This one here, if I can find it, has a cool remote control. Good for playing with. Has an antenna. You point it toward your light. Here we got, it's just rotating between all the different colors. You got red, green, blue, and then a combination of all of them, either singular, double, or all on. So let's check out some of them. This here is the fast mode where it just goes between all of them. Here we got just red, just green, the blue. So we got red and green here. And unfortunately, this is the only thing that's going to be able to get your different modes of your lights, where a lot of lights have that already built into the cord. This one here is cool for people who want to sit out there and just play with a remote all night. Instead of playing with the remote with the TV, we can play with the lights. And with these rocks, they're spectacular with this type of lights, because you can see where it just cascades off. You can see the difference. And then when you add water to it, where it comes down, you have the water hit into the light, and then your whole stream of water just lights up. So just wanted to bring this. This is something simple to show you that there's a lot of creativity in this type of stuff. Something like this, you can see where the possibility of being super heavy and you couldn't be able to use it. You can use something like this. It is lightweight. It looks very realistic, very nice, to where, you know, it could be a family project. You can easily set this type of a thing up probably in just a matter of an hour or two, depending on what kind of a basin you have. You can use one of the universal rock ponds that we carry. Those are fantastic for it. Even if you had an existing pond, it's good. What I'm going to do with this is just make a decorative basin to show you how we can use this if we don't have the room for a pond or anything such as that. Because a lot of people have just some type of a hot tub or something outside where they want to have something cool on the side where you can see the water come down. So there's all different types of uses, features, and with this line of product, never before have we seen so many uses for every aspect of the garden, from bubbling rocks, accent rocks, to the different types of waterfalls and the creeks and the ponds that are offered. Even the different waterfall ponds that are offered for your decks and patios and such. But not to go anywhere off of this, this is the main feature that we're trying to show. There's been a ton of people asking questions on this, looking at them, and sometimes a picture just doesn't cut it. It's hard to sell a picture, so just by having it in my hands, showing you, and you can see that it's not slippery. It's got the rock type of a texture. It's not like a I don't know what you want to call them, plastic or even a fiberglass one where it's smooth, and they tend to fade and they tend to crack. So that's it for this. See you on the next one.